What do you say we send off the weekend with a great game of football, everybody? The stage is set. It is Sunday night primetime here on EA Sports. Coming up, let's close out another great week of football with a Sunday night primetime matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And away we go on Sunday night primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. A tackle made by Kobe Turner.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. So that play goes after he gets in for about 9. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. Even with minimal work last week, Brock, he still found a way to make an impact in that victory. And this week, they are not wasting any time trying to get him involved.
I think you call that quality over quantity. There's some players that need a lot of volume to make an impact. He's not one of them.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. It looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
You know, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Harvey once more. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Going for the first with Dobbins. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
New set of downs from 37. Now Nix. Finds a man. Adam Trepman has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
To throw, here's Nix. And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up second down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nix looking to throw. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And a good pickup here. Manages about 9 on that second down completion.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Dobbins trying the right side. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Dobbins is across the line for the Denver touchdown. This is where you always want to be standing end of your first drive, Brock, and hey, even more so when you're chasing these early season wins.
You know what comes to my mind as you say that, Kate, is just stacking. Right, we hear this from coaches all the time, stacking practice days, stacking good reps. Ultimately, stacking drives together like that, you know, helps you stack wins.
That one splits the uprights. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Stafford. Well, he can't find a connection on second down. That incompletion means it is third down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a third pass now here. Stafford's audible into something else. Throw here, third down. Drops this one down here for Williams. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Brayton Fisk on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out. Nick Snad, a throw. Waddle makes the catch. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
New set of downs from 37. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not far from that first down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. Third down coming up.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That last catch looked good enough for the first, but they're going to need another inch or two here on third down. A give right side to Dobbins. Defense gets there after a gain of 5. It's going to be first down, Denver. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Nix. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's third down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one finds his man, Ingram. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to give the Broncos a first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Nix to throw. Gets it downfield. All target to Sutton. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. The Broncos on top here at Mile High. Here's Nix on 1st and 10. Now 4-6 passing on what has been a very busy drive for him. Still sticking with the passing game. And now they're good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up 2nd.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Nix. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And he gets home. Touchdown, Broncos. Troy Franklin scoring on the 13th play of that drive. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. They bump their lead up to 14.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Changing up the call. Here's Jarquez Hunter getting his first look on the ground. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Straight ahead with Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Putting a receiver in motion. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Takes this in at the 25. And it ends up a good return for them, up past their own 40.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And out of bounds before he can extend for that marker drop, but still gain of 9. Nicely done on first down, 2nd and 1.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Shotgun snap to Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain, so that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Stafford on 2nd down. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to it after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Stafford now. Gets everything he has under this one. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Brandon Jones.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
At their own 9-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Pinned down deep on your own side, Brock. You know what that defense is thinking. They want to stick it to you, but they still found a way to find a little running room there.
You spend quite a bit of time really in training camp. Not in season as much, Kate, but in training camp working on this backed-up situation. And that's exactly what you want. You want to see the ball matriculate forward.
Pressured, and he's not going to be able to escape this one. He's brought down back at the 7. Kobe Turner. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. That's played at the 43. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43. Offense going audible this time. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
The lack of points or the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford to throw. Pressure's there. They get him. A big loss back at the 43. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. He's ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Williams. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Stafford back to throw. Got a man, that's Nakua. And it's a big gain on this play. Giving him about 19 yards and the 1st down, too.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Stafford. This time they forced the incompletion. Defense was ready after he got him on that last snap. Now it's 2nd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing now, Stafford. Floats that one, but they couldn't connect. Now he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To throw, Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hunter on the inside give. They'll give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Running back sent in motion left. Stafford now off the play fake. He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's pretty much textbook defense right there and how to stop a draw play. Guys near the line, keeping their eyes in the backfield. And then he collapsed all running lanes as soon as he got the ball.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Pass caught. 9-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver delivers.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Play action now for Stafford. And this will hit the ground incomplete. He had it for a moment, but that hit. Boy, it darted loose. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with him.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. From the 8, Stafford. Oh, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game, and he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You've got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. All right, they're shuffling things around a bit. 3rd and goal, it's Stafford. Has it down close. And he winds up a little short of that marker, but after getting 7 here, Brock, we might see them go for it on 4th down.
7 yards. It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
That's the end of 3 on Sunday Night Primetime. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety, Brock, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line.
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from a defense each of these next 2 snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. He'll throw from his end zone. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Here's Nix to throw. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Starts from the 44. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go with Williams on the counter. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy in that 1st down at the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He's going to throw this one. And he can't hang on as he gets hit trying to make that catch. Drop's going to force 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets him the first.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We have not seen much achievement today.
Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Now they're caught in that vicious cycle, Brock. They're losing partially because of the struggles they've had throwing the ball, but because they are losing, they got to keep throwing it and risking these contested